slander against legal mindset, Alex Novell's documentary, Johnny Somali, Hank, Brookback Mountain. Let's get into it. So Alex Novell released his documentary about Johnny Somali, and I have to put quotation marks there because it's really not much of a documentary about Johnny Somali. It's partially a documentary about Johnny Somali and really his like personal relationship with Hank, which be prepared. There's a lot of talk about gay sex and a lot of gay stuff in here, so definitely, make sure the kids are out of the room if you're watching this documentary and that you're prepared for that. And you might have to bleach your eyes as well, because yeah, I mean, these guys are hard to look at and they're hard to listen to, but if you can handle it, give it a little bit of a watch here, because we do get into their personal relationship here. It's also kind of weird, this documentary, covers this like interview with Ice Poseidon, and Ice Poseidon looks like he's being held hostage by ISIS for some reason, and he honestly looks very reasonable in this documentary next to Somali, which is funny because it's Ice Poseidon. But then, this last half of the documentary, or last quarter, we get into this legal mindset, like hit piece, slander piece. It's like, why do you include this in Johnny Somali documentary? And I think I know why. We'll get into it in a minute. But I think to start, it's because he knows that people wouldn't watch it on its own. So he had to sneak it in there, weasel it in there with the documentary. And he basically has this girl make this accusation that, she was touched by legal mindset, and there's like zero evidence. It's like, so straight up, there's like slander, like zero evidence. It's all like, oh, well, he's a passport bro, so, he probably is a pedo or whatever. And it's like, they provide nothing. And funny enough, somebody recognized this girl's voice. And honestly, she's a bad actor, because like she even says like in this thing, like, oh, I'm an old soul, and they like tried to change her voice. But some fans, we'll say anti-fans of Somali, Johnny So Somali, who's a great account who covers Somali's crimes, he recognized the girl's voice, and apparently it's the female Hank, this Rachel Siegel girl, and essentially she's totally the female Hank. She's like a white nationalist, like troll figure. Apparently she does meth. Apparently she has mental illness. She's pretty much female Hank, but actually white. And she's a queened thug shaker. I mean, yeah, she's Hank all the way. A very, very strange girl. And apparently she's the girl that is slandering legal mindset. Now, I don't think legal mindset can get much from her, because she's probably got nothing. But Alex Novell, he's got some ad revenue money, and he's got some money, and he could face a lawsuit for slander here. And we see him bragging and talking about this stuff on Johnny Somali's Discord. So this guy who's supposed to be exposing Somali in this documentary, out here on Johnny Somali's Discord, looking for compliments, looking to, kind of play both sides, keep them on his side, which makes a lot of sense, because you gotta remember, this guy, his whole YouTube career is covering degenerate streamers, and he doesn't want to piss them off too much during this documentary, because he wants to have access to degenerate streamers like Johnny Somali, like Ice Poseidon, like Mondo. So he's not going to do a regular like Johnny Somali doc, which is really sad, because the documentary had pretty good camera work. It would have been great if he covered actual, like, more of the crimes of Johnny Somali. Instead, in the doc, we just see him, like, they show the fish, go over a little bit of the charges, but never really get into details, never get into, like, the latte world stuff, which is really ironic, because in the latte world stuff, Johnny Somali was letting TTS play, talking about, sex with children. He was laughing about it. But then here they are accusing legal mindset of being a pedo. I mean, just pure projection. And legal mindset, he's not Mr. Bass, he's not Alex Jones. He thinks he can scam legal mindset like those guys. He's got a rude awakening. It's not going to work out for him, I don't think. So I think, prepare his booty hole for the lawsuit. It's going to come, because I'm pretty sure they have zero evidence. If they got the evidence, they can provide it. People have asked Alex Novell for evidence, and he has not given any evidence. He just is hanging up, he's basically resting his case on that one call from that girl in the doc, who he admits his number was leaked. and that it could have been a viewer even in the documentary, which I'm assuming he put that in there just in case Legal Mindset takes him to court because he knows it's bullshit, to try to save his ass, to be like, hey, I did say in the doc, my phone number was leaked. I didn't say it was 100% real, but he strongly implies that it's real, to try to appeal to the Johnny Somali butt boys that Legal Mindset is, not the greatest guy, because they want to, cope and try to create some sort of weird defense for Somali, which doesn't make any sense, because even if Legal Mindset was guilty, Somali's still guilty, and he's still getting put away for a very, very long time. But spoiler alert, Legal Mindset, very, very likelihood not guilty, considering that he has nada evidence. So yeah, overall, the documentary, not that good. The first half, I mean, if you want to learn a lot about, gay relationships and their dynamics, I guess it's good. And, the camera work is good. And we do have an interview with this guy who's a professor. He's the only guy who has anything profound to say. He has Korean family, speaks Korean. He's going after Somali, and he's part of the Somali conviction team. He's interesting. But then, right after him, they interview Ice Poseidon, which is just a strange contrast, because Ice is the opposite of that guy. Doesn't speak any foreign languages, totally uncultured, total moron. But compared to Somali, he looks pretty smart. He looks kind of in the middle in this doc, which is kind of funny. But yeah, overall, the documentary, not that good. And it just seemed to be a way to sneak in this little hit piece about Legal Mindset. But yeah, wherever you guys are, have a fantastic day, and peace out.